Okay, so here we are back with our final clip that we did in our previous movie, getting a sermon ready for our podcast. Now we're going to take that same sermon and we're going to split it into two services for a radio station. And I'm going to show you how to do that. Um, our radio station likes them to be between 26 and 30 minutes long. So we know the first part, we're going to have to go in at least 25 minutes. And I like to leave room because you'll see later on in another movie that we actually add intros and music and all the fun stuff that goes along with a radio station. Um, you just don't put the clip in there and they play it. You have to actually introduce who's doing the service. So we know we're going to start at about 25 minutes. So I've already done the looking and searching for a good spot to end, and I found it at around 25 minutes and 21 seconds. So if you click right there, and if you look right down here, you can see that it's on 25:44. So we're a little past it, and you can fix that pretty easy by just clicking 21. And then it brought us right to that, and you can zoom in and see that we're right on it. And if we go a little before,
Smile. It's just something simple that gives back to those around you. And
so that was a good spot to end. He was going to change and go into a little different area there. So I'm going to go ahead and stop it right there. I'm going to click Shift K, and I'm going to hit backspace. And then I'm going to zoom us back out so you can see that we've shortened that down to 25 minutes. Now let's go ahead and go back to the end and zoom back in on that. And what I want to do with that is, let's take it about right here and fade that out. See how that sounds.
sometimes it's just a handshake or a hug or a smile. It's just something simple that gives back to those around you.
Okay, that sounds good. So we're ready to export this section for our first part of the radio station. And we go up to File, Export, and I'm going to put it right here. Here you see radio, but I'm not ready to put it in there yet. I'm going to, because there's two parts. So I'm going to part 1, and I'm going to save, and then everything's still in there the way we had it before, and that's all okay. So I'm going to hit OK. It's going to start saving, and when it's done, we'll continue. Okay, it's all done saving, and now we can go up here. You can either hit Control Z, or you can go up here and hit undo, and then undo, and now we have our full clip back in. And again, I've done the homework, so I know that for the last part of the service, for part 2, we need to come in at about 12 minutes and 9 seconds. So I'm just going to click anywhere, and this time I'm going to change. I'm going to start right here. I'm going to go 12:09, and now it's moved my cursor to 12:09, and we can zoom out and it'll show us where it is. And now we can zoom back in, and it's right at 12:09. So let's see what we have right there.
God, I just want to know that you're real.
So it's right at where he says, "And God, I just want to know that you're real." So we're gonna keep that. But one thing I want to do is zoom in just a little bit and probably go right there.
God,
Yeah, that's better. Now we can shift and hit J, and it's going to take us back to the beginning of our track, and I'm going to hit backspace again, and if we zoom out, we can see that we've cut it down to about 25 minutes, which is just right for what we're doing. But now on this end, we need to fade in, so let's go ahead and move on up, and let's fade. Whoops, let's get that back, and let's fade in. We don't want to go 2 minutes, I'm sorry. There you go. And then fade in, go back and play.
God, I just want to know that you're real. I want to understand that you are a real God
Okay.
that cares about me. And
And that's good. So now let's go ahead and save, or I'm sorry, export that. And this time it's going to be part 2. So I'm going to go ahead and click on that, part 1, and I'm going to change it to part 2. I'm going to save that. Everything's going to stay the same. That doesn't make a difference here. Click OK. And then we'll come back when we're all done. Alrighty, here we are with everything done. Both the audio files are exported for a total of 2 services that begin and end in good spots. So it doesn't seem like the listener's missing much. And when we return, well, actually in the next video, we're going to show you how to actually make them into a clip that you can give to the radio station that has an intro and an extra and music and overlays and that sort of thing. So be sure and tune into that, and thanks for watching.